So we will study this photoelectric effect. This photoelectric effect was explained by Albert Einstein. When a radiation having a particular frequency or more than that frequency is falling on the surface of a metal, it immediately ejects the electron. So assume that this is a surface of a metal. We are having a radiation of particular frequency or more than that. A certain minimum frequency it should carry. Then we observe that electrons are ejected from this surface. Okay. This phenomenon of ejection of the electron from the surface of a metal, when a certain minimum frequency falls on the surface of the metal, is called the photoelectric effect. This minimum frequency is named as threshold frequency. Threshold frequency. Assume that the threshold frequency is indicated as nu naught. If the frequency is more than this threshold frequency, then the kinetic energy of the electron will increase. To increase the number of electrons ejected, we have to increase the intensity of the light. But when the frequency increases, only the kinetic energy of the electrons increases. So this has been shown in the form of a relation. So it is h nu. This is called energy. H into nu is called energy. This is equal to h nu naught plus half mv square, where m is mass of electron, E is velocity, Ve is velocity of the electron. So this frequency carrying higher value as compared to this threshold frequency, then if that type of frequency falls on the surface of a metal, then electron is ejected without any time lag, and that phenomenon is named as the photoelectric effect. When the frequency is more than that threshold frequency, the higher value will increase the kinetic energy of the electron, but to increase the number of electrons, we have to increase the intensity of the light. So this is called work function. Work function. The minimum energy that is required to eject the electron is called as the work function. But this is the energy that is available in the radiation, which is more than this work function. Then this is called kinetic energy. Kinetic energy. Assume that we are having a radiation having the frequency lesser than this threshold frequency, then we don't observe any ejection of the electron. So the ejection of the electron from the surface of a metal, when the radiation having certain minimum frequency falls on the surface of the metal, falls on it, is called photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect. The minimum frequency required for ejection of the electron is called as the threshold frequency, while the higher frequency will have the higher energy, and it will not only eject the electron, but it will also increase the kinetic energy of the electron. So we can calculate the kinetic energy of the electron by knowing this work function and the energy. So this is one concept which cannot be explained by considering the wave theory. The next one is the Planck's quantum theory. Planck's quantum theory. This Planck's quantum theory explains certain things. When we consider this Planck's quantum theory, it states that energy emitted or absorbed by a material is always quantized. Means it is having a certain minimum value. So the energy emitted or absorbed is always in the form of small packets called as the quantum. That is, the second statement is energy emitted or absorbed is always in the form of small packets called, these are right here, called quantum. So to continue this one, this Planck related the energy and the frequency of radiation, etc. So it is energy associated with each quantum, energy associated with each quantum is directly proportional to frequency. That is, E is directly proportional to nu. This we can write this as E is equal to h nu, where h is called Planck's constant. In the most of the examinations, they will provide the value of this Planck's constant, but in some other examinations it may not be provided. In that case, you are supposed to remember the value of this Planck's constant. So this h is given as 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34 joule second. So this is the value of Planck's constant, 6.626 into 10 to the power minus 34. But we know that nu is equal to c by lambda. Therefore, we can write this as E is equal to hc divided by lambda, where E is energy, h is Planck's constant, c is velocity of light, lambda is the wavelength of that particular radiation. So using this one, we can convert the wavelengths into the energy into the wavelength. So it is the Planck's relationship between the frequency or wavelength and the energy. We know that higher the energy, lesser will be the wavelength. Higher the wavelength, lesser will be the energy. For example, if you consider the violet radiation and red radiation, or violet light and red light, we can compare the energy and frequencies or wavelengths. Higher the wavelength, smaller will be the energy. That's what we observe in case of the various radiations. This phenomena of energy being quantized is not considered or cannot be explained by considering the wave theory. That's why these phenomena are actually disproving the electromagnetic wave theory. When we consider all these concepts, photoelectric effect, Planck's quantum theory, etc., these concepts have been used in the structure of the atom proposed by the Bohr model. or by Bohr. So what is that Bohr model and what are the postulates of the Bohr model and how he used this Planck's quantum theory, etc. we will learn in the next video. Thank you.